this is Sidney. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you some channeled messages that I received today. That's in regards to the energy that I've been tapping into. And so as I was taking a walk this morning, we had many cloudy days in where I am. And today the sun came out and it's a very sunny day, and I saw a lot of butterflies everywhere. I haven't seen any butterflies ever since I got to this part of town in Thailand. And I've been seeing yellow butterflies, orange butterflies, white butterflies everywhere. And for the past few days, I've been tapping into or receiving this message about the Christ consciousness, that energy that have been helping us in July, and that energy wasn't overtly apparent, but what I received was it was supporting us on a subconscious level, because the sun had that energy a lot in July, especially as we were going through a lot of emotional issues. A lot of people were dealing with emotions, and in Cancer season, it's a water sign, and the Cancer is very nurturing. It's an idea of home and nostalgia as well, but it could be have this aspect of depressive emotions, because it's very mellow. And so as we were we were pushed to look into our emotions, reviewing all our relationships within ourselves and within other people, and we had to learn how to nurture ourselves in order to build a home within first, in order to provide a sense of home to someone else or for each other. So everything is within once again, and in Cancer season, we were really asked to feel these emotions that were not quite intense, like the Scorpio energy, where it's very dark, heavy, intense, to a point where it's almost self-destructive. You break things down, it's very transformative. But Cancer emotions more mellow, a little more laid back, but it could have this little tonality of depression almost. So that's what we were feeling in July. And yesterday was a galactic new year. So what that represents on an energetic level is that we are letting go of one and we are welcoming something new. So yesterday and today, you could do a lot of releasing and then inviting in new energy by writing things down, or just with your mind, saying the things that you want to release in your mind, and then breathe out, and saying the things that you want to invite in by breathing in deep. And just by doing that, because of the energy and the portal that is there, it could help us a lot, because when the portal is open, that clearing can, I would say, speed up or quicken the process, because the energy is wide open for that. So that is something that you can incorporate if you resonate with this message. And so the Christ consciousness energy is about unconditional love. And when we are feeling these emotions, it has to do a lot about conditional love that we are releasing, the fear around love, especially insecurities, right? Fear of rejection, fear of being abandoned, fear of being alone, fear of being or feeling as if no one cares, no one's around, or there was a lot of releasing that was happening, releasing of all kinds of relationships that no longer served you, or I would say rather no longer resonated with the vibration that you're holding now, because you are elevating in your own vibration. You are raising your frequency, and therefore any things or old vibrations that no longer that are in match with your new vibration must fall off. And in this process, you might have felt a lot of sadness and grief, or you could even experience holding on to the past because of the nostalgia or the attachment. And so it really made us to review all these emotional patterns that we've been playing out in relation to conditional love. And because of this, the sun and the energy, what I felt was, it wasn't directly supporting, it wasn't like readily felt, but on a subconscious level, what I felt on an energetic level for the collective, sun and the source held this Christ consciousness energy for everyone. And I saw 77777 like everywhere the entire July, and that's what you would have also seen. And plus with some 222s, 1111, 111 nowadays, even more so, because a lot of people are welcoming new beginnings. And so that was what was happening. And today I felt a huge energy shift from the Cancer energy to Leo energy somehow, even though we had that the Leo season before 27. And so what I felt was more energy, more energized energies around, more of that Leo sun energy. So what I felt was that we are now getting ready to more tap into the heart center and feeling more love, connecting with love, and exchanging more love at this time. So that was the energy that I've been receiving. And in relation to this, the butterflies and all these messages was about death and rebirth, and butterflies represent transformation. And we go through constant transformations. That's how it is in actuality. Sometimes we may recognize it or feel it, sometimes we may not, but we are going through one. And especially right now, these transformations are very intense, because in this 20-year window until the new golden age really kicks off, we all as a soul chose to come in to clear whatever that wasn't serving us, all the karmic energies. And so we are going through a lot of transformations at this time. And something that I want to really think about as we are welcoming Leo energy, and on August 8th we have the Lion's Gate. Leading up to that, there's a lot of intense energies or energy support they will receive, is to think about death. What I mean by that, when you experience something as near-death experience, so-called, people change overnight. Why do you think that is? From my personal experience, it wasn't like near-death experience, but something that really made me think about death, and I could really, feel as if, I may die in a few days. What would I do? And I felt that so deeply, and I connected with that energy on an emotional, mental, physical, spiritual level. It helps you to go through this major transformation where you can release so much of the energy that you've been holding on to, that you need to release. And nothing really matters in that point. You go into a state of complete surrender, and you begin to have so much love for those people you used to hold resentment or grudges against, or you no longer feel as afraid to take on something that you used to think so much about, because if you have only a few days to live, you don't want to spend time thinking so much. You want to just listen to your heart and follow your heart. You want your heart to lead, and your life or your actions and choices, not the head so much. And that's what death does to us. It helps us to really surrender to the illusion of fear that we are, in a way, locking ourselves in. And so the freedom is always within, but it is us. And one other thing that came up was our current collective conditioning to constantly counting the days, counting the time, right? And that's what we've been trained to do, and we've been well trained in schools, at work, to be operated as a part of a whole, like a machine, like a system, and forget who we really are, that is the being. And so we've been counting, oh, today's Monday. Oh, I hate today. I can't wait for Friday to come, right? And oh my God, it's already Wednesday. It's already Thursday. Oh, time flies by so quickly. It's already been 10 years since I blah, blah, blah. We look back and then we get sad, and we live in that past constantly without realizing what we are doing. So we're constantly creating this limitation within ourselves without realizing, because that's what we've been programmed with. And we are constantly being chased by this time, or the concept of time that doesn't really exist, but is human made for this system to be sustained. And because of this, we can't constantly say, oh, I'm such and such years old, I'm getting too old, I'm no longer young. We have this concept of young and old. This is also one of the biggest limiting beliefs that we have, right? We put our own limitations by certain numbers, or the concept of age or concept of time. Everything is limitless, but it is these concepts that are holding us back, that are limiting us so much, that we are always being chased after by something. That's why we create so much fear and so much worries in our mind, that we all lose a lot of the energy on. So that's what came up. So when you really think about dying the next day or in a few days, what would you do today? Would you wait? Would you stay in your mind? Would you be so afraid of getting rejected or regretting, or playing the scenarios of what if that happens or this happens? And this is different from being reckless or being restless, because your heart already knows, your heart already felt it for so long, but it's the mind that was like, okay, I need to hold back, I need to hold back, I need to hold back so many times. And so Leo energy also is about self-confidence. So self-confidence is related to fear, right? It's about fear, self-doubt. And when we really think about that, it could really help you to tap into your heart, what your heart is really saying, and take the action towards where your heart is calling, rather than releasing what the words in your mind was holding back till now. So that's the energy that is coming through right now. So a lot of the collective will open up their heart to love, to receive love, to give love, and have the courage to do that even more so. And the death will really help us or help you to get into that energy so we could open up our heart chakra even further. And when you really have nothing to lose because you know that you're going to die in a few days, we are not going to focus so much on spending time thinking about things. We are going to take the action in the things that we used to dwell in our thoughts about, because we don't have that opportunity in a few days. And so that's what I was guided to share. And we don't really have the time to count the days or counting, the things that you used to count in the past, and what if I did this, what if I did that. We are no longer living in the energy. It allows us to surrender and then connect to this moment, seeing the blessings, the beauties, the miracles that are happening right now, and allowing us to feel more content because we are connecting with all this joy and high vibrational energies that are available, but we have been blinded or being sidetracked to connect with because we are so much focused on counting, measuring, right? Calculating in the head. Now it's you who can create this new chapter, new opportunity, new opening. And we have this idea that, when we say new chapter, opportunity, we tend to think in terms of materiality, like a job, a career, money, but it doesn't always have to be that. And we need to get out of that limiting mindset as well, because the abundance could be just a lot of fresh air, sunlight, the plants that you connect, the animals on the street that you meet, or the skies that you're looking at. These are all abundance, because if we don't breathe, we're going to die in a few minutes, and we don't realize this. We don't recognize the value of air until we lose air. You see what I mean? So that's what I was guided to share with you, to get into this present moment and connect to everything that is around you with your heart. And it doesn't always have to be other people. It could be, but it doesn't have to be. It could be just connecting and receiving and giving love to anything. Birds, air, earth, soil, water, plants, any strangers that you meet. You exchange of kindness, a smile, right? You are the source of unconditional love. And that is what this energy is helping us to remember at this time, because we've been releasing a lot of the things that, emotional things related to conditional love the past month, reviewing our emotions, insecurities, fears, and what we've been holding on to, even though we wanted to let go of so much, all these attachments, because we were so used to identifying ourselves with these conditions so much. And we've been working on that. It was very heavy, even though it wasn't feeling as intense. It was challenging. So now, with this Leo energy, they want you to open up your heart once again to give and receive love. And you know how to do that better because you learn to draw some healthy boundaries. You learn to assert yourself in a healthy, loving way. You discern what toxicity in relationships are like, and what you were choosing before and what you want to choose from now on. And you may have some clarity on that now. So it is all happening. So I want you to really think about all the things that you're grateful for right now, and connect to all these things that you think is trivial or nothing important. What is this idea of important and not important? We really need to, or we want to get out of this limiting mindset. And you can train yourself to do this by reminding yourself and by constantly reminding yourself of the concept of death, of transformation, because we never know. And so what's the point of constantly trying to figure out what the future brings? The opportunity that you can create and connect is here and now. And this will be the reminder for you, for those who may resonate with this message, and also for myself as well, right? Because we are all in this together. So I hope this message helps you in any way. And before I go, I just wanted to let you know about the personal sessions that I decided to reopen, because I closed down for a little while, and now I'm opening up again. As someone asked me whether I was offering personal readings. I really didn't want to at the time because I had to focus my energy on something else, and I think now I can open it up in a different way that I was kind of reviewing. And so what I will offer is I'm going to offer one-on-one session, which is going to be a healing session with some any channeled messages, like messages that come as I connect with you online, one-on-one. And another service that I'm opening is a 10-minute recorded video message with any energy healing, Reiki, energy transmission, light language, light codes, transmission, plus some channeled soul guidance message that you may need to know or hear at this time as I connect with your spirit team or higher self. So that's a video message, recorded video message. So what you can do is you can send me an email or DM me on my Instagram, and you need to send me your full date of birth with the location of birth, so I can look into your chart to tap into the energy a little bit for both services. And if you are interested, you can ask more about it by sending me an email, and the links are in my Instagram bio, so you can check that out. Okay, so that's all for today, and I wish you a beautiful, joyful, content life or day today, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.